All right, so this is so I already know this is gonna be a few parts, so bear with me. So this is part two of my unpopular opinion of the Braxtons. So in going back and watching Braxton Family Values, you see that the dynamic switches from Tracy being the black sheep. We're gonna use that term. We're gonna from Tracy being the black sheep of the family to season 3 of the Braxtons, the beginning of season 3 of the Braxton Family Values, and then it shifts. That's where it shifts to Tamar. Now, the reason why I think that Tracy had been the black sheep, from the beginning, she was even named like the wannabe. Like, come on now, like if that's not shady, I don't know what is. But because they were already used to Tracy being that. Tracy was the only one that stayed behind. You know, we all know Tracy's story. So people had got used to Tracy being that one. So Tracy was just that one. It wasn't until Tamar started getting her flowers and being recognized for her talent in season 3. That's when she got the spinoff, and that's when everybody was Tamar. The problem with Tamar, they was calling Tamar and Vince Velcro. They had a problem with them being Velcro. Sidebar. I don't understand why y'all bitches had a problem with Vince being everywhere. Vince being, oh, there's a problem with Vince being here. But we can't have our men here, but Vince can be here. Y'all mans wasn't cutting the check. Okay? Vince was cutting the check and then some. I wouldn't want y'all men there either. Gabe was too busy on the internet looking at whatever poom poom he could look at. And Andre was too busy writing the book that was never written. So I don't know why y'all hooping and y'all didn't have a problem with them being Velcro before. But there was a problem with with that now. I just want to get that out there. And then I'm getting it out there now because I'm rewatching the show and it's like shit is coming it's coming back. And another sidebar, because Tony, you ain't low, girl. You ain't low at all. I didn't like how you was trying to gaslight the shit out of the viewers. Like, girl, we see you. I see you. And I didn't like how you was trying to gaslight when oh, I needed to get a new management. I need to get new management because I just want to keep it separate. It's too much with the family. And then and then he's managing Tamar. And bitch, wasn't you the one that introduced Vince to Tamar? Wasn't you the one that thought that Vince and Tamar would be a great couple? What'd you think was gonna happen, ho? I don't get it. I didn't understand that part at all. And then you really try to play us like if that was Tamar's fault. So girl, Tamar, I saw the gaslighting shit from way back then. I just didn't know that the word was gaslighting, girl. So in season 3 of the Braxton Family Values, the girls already have their panties in a bunch because they're saying that it was because Tamar was sneaky about how she went about the spinoff show. But in reality, they just had their panties in the bunch because the girl was fucking hot. Who doesn't fucking love and war? Love it. Listen, Stay and Fight will always be on repeat in my phone, okay? So she was hot shit, okay? And how dare the baby of the family? How dare the youngest sister? Like, if anybody was supposed to be next in them bitches is mine, it was gonna be one of them hoes. Not Tamar, not the baby. So that's why I think that, they wasn't seeing it for her. And they was playing it off like it was something that she did because that's what you do. You always gaslight the victim to keep the victim in that victim mentality. And you keep the victim scared. And I know from firsthand. Growing up with just girls. My oldest sister, when we would have like group of friends and stuff like that, she would always have to be like the spotlight. She would always have to make sure that the majority landed in her favor and made me feel left out. I never understood why. It was just like, why are you doing that? Like, I'll give you an example. We had a mutual family friend who, she was like not the only girl, but she was the only girl in her household at that time. And her family was like a little bit well off and stuff like that. And they would buy her all these Barbies and stuff. We grew up in the projects. We had Barbies. My dad, my mom wouldn't put a Christmas tree up and shit like that in my house. So we didn't grow up having that much, those things. So when we would go over to people's houses that had those things, we were like, oh my gosh, like, yay, Christmas all over again. We want to play. So, you know how it is when you a kid and you're like, oh, you're my friend, and you're like, you have cliques. You form cliques and shit like that. My sister will purposely go out of her way to form cliques. Bitch, we only over here for like 2-3 hours on a play date. What you forming a clique for to make me feel isolated? We only here for a few hours. So now as an adult, when you know. But as a kid, I didn't understand like why you would do shit like that. Why would you single me out? Why would you make me feel isolated, make me feel like I'm a problem, like nobody wants to be my friend? It was she would do certain things like tell people, oh, don't touch her because she stinks. Don't do this because she does this. Like, she will lie on me just to have people that will naturally gravitate towards me, because in my family, I'm that Tamar. We all have a Tamar in our family. I don't care what you say. She's just in our faces and we seeing it. But we all have that one in your family that's like the breakout star, that if y'all had a reality show, she'd be the one or he'd be the one. We all have that in our family. The outspoken one, the one that's not shy, the one that's ready to break the ice, the one that could crack a joke, that's good with, like, the one that keeps it real, the black sheep. We all have a black sheep. I'm the black sheep of my family. So growing up, when we would make friends, it was easy for me to always make friends. I was always very outgoing, and I talked to anybody. And people naturally gravitated towards me. People naturally wanted to talk to me. People naturally wanted to be my friend. But that was a problem for my older sister, because she's a fucking narcissist. The attention had to be on her. She's the oldest. It's like, why is it not on her? So, and we're going to get deep into this, okay? Because although I am this complexion, my sister is like a shade or two darker than me. She is like a Tawanda shade, because the shit goes deep, y'all. There's colorism in your family, even if y'all all fucking black. So, aside from the fact that I knew that my older sister was jealous of me because I was a people person, people naturally gravitated towards me, and I was that person, I was like popular. I'm also prettier than her. I'm also a shade or two lighter than her, which in how I grew up is a thing. My dad is dark, black Dominican man, and my biological mom is a white Dominican lady. And all my uncles are black niggas, and they all married light-skinned Spanish Dominicans, because the colorism is that they ingrain that in you from jump, that light is better, all that bullshit. Tamar is the light bright in that family. Tamar and the brother. They're the light brights in that family, okay? And Tony, as much as she wants to bleach or filter or put whatever the fuck she put on her face, she ain't light bright. That's Tamar and the brother, okay? And I'm pretty sure that Tamar probably, got a little bit more play and had a little more attention, and Tawanda little ponytail head ass. So I believe that there's also jealousy stemming from that aspect from Tawanda as well. Now, in my part 3, I'm going to break down why I believe Tawanda is the person or one of the people that has violated Tamar. And again, this is solely based off of what I experienced and what I went through in my life. I don't know Tamar Braxton. I don't know these women. I've never seen these women. I'm just a fan of the show. I'm a fan of Tamar Braxton. And not just because I'm a fan of Tamar Braxton. I'm a fan of the woman on a soul level. If you follow my page on TikTok, you know the type of woman I am. So on a 5D level, on a spiritual level, on a soulful level, I feel her. I get her.